Welcome to GS Maths. Today I am going to introduce you to a very new topic, that is trigonometry of class 10. Now what is basically trigonometry? Trigonometry is a study of relationship between the angles and the sides. Angles and the sides of a triangle. Now let me draw a triangle, right angle triangle. Straight away I will start off. This is OMP. This angle is theta. Opposite theta, it's perpendicular. This becomes the base, and this is the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. Now there are 6 T ratios, 6 trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratios, which we will study in this chapter, trigonometry. Now the very first is sine of the angle. Angle is theta. Now what is this? This is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. That is MP upon OP. Perpendicular is MP and hypotenuse is OP. Now second one is cos theta. Cos theta is the base upon the hypotenuse. That is, base is OM, hypotenuse is OP. Third one is tan theta. Tan theta is perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is MP upon base is OM. First is sin theta. Sin theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Now cos theta is base upon hypotenuse and tan theta is perpendicular upon base. Now fourth one is the reciprocal of sin theta, that is cosec theta. It is 1 upon sin theta. Therefore it becomes hypotenuse upon perpendicular. Hypotenuse upon perpendicular, that is OP upon MP. This is hypotenuse upon the perpendicular. Now the fifth one is the reciprocal of cos theta. This is called secant theta. Reciprocal of cos theta, which means it's hypotenuse upon base. Hypotenuse upon base. What is hypotenuse? OP. Base is OM. Now the sixth one is tan theta. The reciprocal of tan theta is cot theta, or we call it as cotangent theta. The full form of this is cosecant theta, secant theta, and it's cotangent theta. Let me write the full form. Cotangent theta. That is 1 upon tan theta. It is base upon perpendicular. That is, base is OM, perpendicular is MP. OM upon MP. Let me explain once again. Now there are 6 T ratios, we call it as 6 trigonometric ratios. The first one is sin theta. How can we find the sin theta? By taking ratio of 2 sides. The sides are perpendicular upon hypotenuse, will give you sine of the angle. But remember, keep in mind that opposite to theta, it's always perpendicular. Opposite to 90 degree right angle, this is the hypotenuse, and the third side is obviously the base. Now cos theta, your full form is cosine theta. It's base upon hypotenuse. Base is OM, hypotenuse is OP. Tan theta, or we call it as tangent theta, that is perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is MP upon base is OM. Now cosecant theta. Cosecant theta is reciprocal of sin theta. So I write this as hypotenuse upon perpendicular. Similarly, secant of theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. That is, secant theta is 1 upon cosine theta. It's hypotenuse upon base. Hypotenuse was OP. The base was OM. Next is cotangent theta. That is 1 upon tan theta. Base upon perpendicular. I get base is what? OM, perpendicular is MP. So I get the 6 T ratios by just taking the ratio of the 2 sides of a triangle. Now suppose let the triangle be like this. Same triangle I will draw. O, M, P, but theta is this now. Now what will happen? Opposite to theta, it's always perpendicular. Opposite to right angle, it's always the hypotenuse. This is the base now. This is the base now. Now, sine theta remains perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Only thing is, perpendicular is now OM and the hypotenuse is OP. Cosine theta remains as it is, base upon hypotenuse. Base is MP, hypotenuse is OP. Now tangent of theta is perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular OM, base is MP. Now if angle theta is this, then this becomes the perpendicular, this remains the hypotenuse, but this side becomes the base now. Similarly, we can write cosine theta, that is, cosec theta, this becomes hypotenuse upon perpendicular. Secant theta, this becomes hypotenuse upon base, it will be OP upon MP. Similarly, cotangent theta, it becomes base upon perpendicular, it is MP upon OM. Now hope you have understood this concept. This is the basic concept of trigonometry, that is trigonometric ratios. You find the angle by taking the ratio of the sides of a right angle triangle. Now let us move a bit further. Let me introduce you to the quadrants. This is x-axis, this is your y-axis, this is y dash, this is x dash. Now this is the origin. My initial position when the line starts moving from this in this direction, that is anti-clockwise direction, that direction is always taken as positive direction. Anti-clockwise direction. Now in this class, in class 10th, we are basically concerned with the first quadrant only. This is the first quadrant. That is 0 degree up to 90 degree. 0 to 90. It's first quadrant. 90 to 180. It's the second quadrant. 180 to 270 degrees. It's the third quadrant. And 270 to 360 degrees. 360 degrees. It is the fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. Okay. Now, in this class, as I told you, we are concerned with only the first quadrant. So, in the first quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. First quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. What do you mean by this? 6 trigonometric ratios like sine theta, cosine theta, tangent theta, then the reciprocal of it, cosecant theta, the reciprocal of it, secant theta, the reciprocal of this, cotangent theta. All the 6 T ratios are positive. So how can I write this? Say 0 degree to 90 degree. The first quadrant, I will represent it again like here. This is x-axis, this is origin. This is the y-axis. Now, this angle is, say, theta. The remaining angle will be 90 degree minus theta. Right? Now, where is my line? The line is in the first quadrant. Now, in the first quadrant, I told you all the angles will be positive. All the trigonometric ratios will be positive. Now, if I write sine of 90 degree minus theta, this is equal to cos of theta. This is equal to cos of theta. The name is changed, but the sign remains positive. Now, cos of 90 degree minus theta. We are in the first quadrant. This becomes sine of theta. Then the third one is tan of 90 minus theta. Tan of 90 minus theta. This becomes cotangent of theta. Then it's cotangent of 90 minus theta. This becomes tan of theta. Then secant of 90 minus theta. This becomes cosecant of theta. Or last one is cosecant of 90 minus theta. We get secant theta. All the trigonometric ratios in the first quadrant are positive. The result is positive. No negative sign. Sine of 90 minus theta. Now, what is the rule behind it? Sine, cos suffix is added to it. That means the sine becomes cosine. If there is already cos suffix is there, like cosine of theta, cosine, then it becomes sine of theta. Sine of 90 minus theta, cos suffix is added, it becomes cosine theta. Here it was cosine of 90 minus theta, the cos suffix is removed, we get sine of theta. Likewise, tan of 90 minus theta, that is tangent of 90 minus theta, it becomes cotangent of theta. Cotangent of 90 minus theta, we remove the suffix co, it gets tangent theta. Then secant of 90 minus theta, we add the suffix co, that is cosecant of theta. Now the last one is cosecant. Co is already there, the suffix co is already there. We remove it, it becomes secant of theta. Now hope you have understood this. It's a very simple thing. If co suffix is not there, provided. If cos suffix is already there, remove it. We get sine 90 minus theta is cos theta, cos 90 minus theta is sine theta, and so on. We are to deal with the first quadrant in this class only. In 11th standard, we will study all the quadrants and how the sign changes as theta moves from first quadrant to second quadrant, then second to third, and third to fourth, but in anti-clockwise direction. There also we will study the clockwise direction also, okay, how it affects the trigonometric ratios. Now let me introduce you to trigonometric identities, right? Trigonometric identities. Trigonometric identities. Now, the very first identity is sine square theta plus cos square theta is always equal to 1. We can prove this also. Let me try it. Right angle triangle. This is 90 degree OMP. Right? Now, what is sine of the angle? Sine theta. It's perpendicular upon hypotenuse. What is cosine of the angle? It is base upon hypotenuse. Now I scale and add. Sine square plus cos square. This becomes MP upon OP square plus OM upon OP square. This is equal to OP square is the LCM. The numerator में MP square plus OM square. Now according to the Pythagoras theorem, MP square plus OM square equals to what? OP square. I get OP square upon OP square. This is equal to 1. Therefore, sine of square theta plus cos square theta is always equal to 1. This is the first identity. Now the second identity is, likewise we can prove that also. Secant square theta minus tan square theta equals to 1. Secant, like this. Third identity is cosecant square theta minus cotangent square theta equals to 1. These are the three basic identities which we must remember. In order to just remember it, write them 2-3 times, try to prove them, but the proof is not in our syllabus. Okay? But I wanted to just show you how this sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. Similarly, we can show secant square theta minus tan square theta equals to 1. Then cosecant square theta minus cotangent square theta equals to 1. These identities, these trigonometric ratios form the backbone of your trigonometry chapter. Now, let me write once again. That is, cosecant theta is reciprocal of sine theta. Remember these results. Secant of theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta, that is 1 upon cosine theta, and cotangent of theta is reciprocal of tan theta. This can be written as, now tan theta is the ratio of sine theta upon cos theta. So cot theta will be cos theta upon sine theta, because it's reciprocal of tan theta. We can write like this: the tan theta is sine upon cos, cot theta is 1 upon tan theta, that is cos theta upon sine theta. So secant is reciprocal of sine theta, secant is reciprocal of cos theta, and so on. Now these are the basic things which you should remember before starting this chapter, before doing any numericals, before doing any sums based on trigonometry. You must remember these basics of identities, trigonometric identities, then the 6 T ratios, understanding the things, relationships between angles and the sides. So in my next lecture, we will solve few problem sums based on these identities, based on these trigonometric ratios. Till then, go on watching, keep on watching this channel, okay? And try to clear your basics of trigonometry. Thank you very much. Enjoy.